Thank you very much. My name is Comrade Kennedy Iyere, a social entrepreneur and the founder of Youth of the Streets Initiative, the largest youth foundation in Africa. We are here for a reason, and the reason is to address some issues affecting the forthcoming Anambra global poll. I created an intervention platform called Civil Society Committee for Anti-Fraud Election Security. 2 weeks ago, we established a situation room in Anambra State because we foresaw ahead of that time that there are tactical plans in place by some forces, political gladiators to be specific, to rig the polls. And that will not be good for our democracy, which is still fragile. Today we are here for one purpose, and the purpose is to address some critical threats which, if not checkmated, will actually make the people's choice and will of no relevance in the next election coming in a matter of 10 days' time. Among the existing threats as at now is the threats issued by IPOB warning people to stay at home for 5 days before and after the election. The essence of this press briefing is to speak up our mind to President Buhari and those who are in position to address this matter in a very sensitive way. We want to make an appeal to the president to realize the need to respond to these people and not ignore them. He's the father of the nation. Southeast is part of this country. A father that has 10 children, if one is sick, he wouldn't abandon that one and focus on the other 6. The boys have issued a threat, and as the father of the nation, we want to request in a humble way that you speak to them. Speak to them so that we can have a peaceful election. The situation room that we have created, we've received series of calls from different stakeholders, especially the civil society organizations. Most of them do not want to come to Anambra State. I don't know if this is confirming the fear that the government has interest in rigging the election in Anambra State. That will be a setback for democracy. Mr. President, the Civil Society Committee for Anti-Fraud Election Security is hereby making a patriotic request to you that you please make a bold statement. Address these people. Talk to them. They don't deserve to be ignored. It is their right to be agitated, but it's your right as a father to calm them down. That is what leadership is all about. Having said that, I want to also make a passionate appeal to former President Abdulsalami Abubakar. A few days ago, I went out with your secretary, seeing the key gladiators, the key contenders for this gubernatorial position in the next Anambra global poll. You'll intend coming to this place on the 4th to sign a peace accord. But before then, there is the urgent and critical need for you to reach out to President Buhari and solicit his cooperation in addressing the threats issued by these IPOB people. If that is not done, then we will be forced to believe or convinced to believe that there is a hidden plan to impose a governor on the people against their choice, wish, and will. in this same country we have seen bandits, people around this, our Mr. President, negotiating with bandits. Why can't the government send a message to IPOB, who are known to be harmless? Speak to them like children. We'll appeal to Reverend Father Matthew Asankuka, the Secretary of the National Peace Committee. It's all about peace we are talking about. Reach out to Mr. President, reach out to the National Security Advisor, reach out to the security chiefs, and let them pacify these boys. We want to say again that Anambra is not a war zone. And I hope the intention is not to come here with armed forces and then have instruction issued to them to shoot or to kill. That would be absurd and barbaric. That's not the right way to build a nation. I repeat, former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, we are appealing to you, the civil society organization. This same committee is appealing to you to reach out to Mr. President and have him send a word of encouragement, a word of comfort, a word of hope to these IPOB people, so that the threat issued can be rescinded. If not, it's going to have a negative effect on the outcome of the forthcoming poll. Reverend Father Matikuka, same we have said to you. Then President Buhari, same we have said to you. Security chiefs, same we have said to you. Let Anambra, your role in Anambra should be to safeguard the process and to stay impartial and without any intention of harming or hurting anyone. I am happy I have some patriotic Nigerians here who also have interest in electing or being elected as the next leaders of Anambra State. It saddens my heart that I reached out to the major political parties contending for this election. APC. I called the APC. I called Andy Uba, he didn't pick. I called his deputy, he picked. I told him of the need for them to come here and make an appeal to IPOB boys and also collectively request of the president to encourage these boys so that they can recede on that decision. Bluntly, they declined coming. And the reason given was that it's not important. The facts are available in case we get to a point where we need to prove them. I spoke with Professor Chasoludo. Soludo arrogantly told me that that guy is the only winning party, the only party running campaigns in the state. And I warned him and I said to him, the people you are going to meet and seek their vote are the same people we want you to speak to. Immediately he gave me the phone number of his DG. I called his DG. He told me he was going to come. He never came up. He never turned up. DKRA never turned up. YPP never turned up. These were the people I called. But good enough, two parties are here. The PDP is here and the ADC is here. I am not a foolish person. What this establishes is the fact that only those two people love their people. These two parties love their people. I make bold to say this without any apology or fear. Only these two parties can advance the cause, the good cause of the Anambra people. IPOB, I'm sure with these two parties, you have hope that when the government is formed in their favor, I'm not campaigning for it. I just told you I called everybody. That is why they are also here to make an appeal, to reassure you that their government, when formed, will ensure that your sentiments are addressed, your concerns are addressed, your interests are taken care of. Before I decline and allow them to speak, I want to appeal to IPOB and the leadership of IPOP. Please, Anambra is your state. You may have more haters than you ever know. Don't create a room for people who do not have your interest at heart to destroy you. 5 days of not doing business. Don't forget, a lot of your people may not be able to feed their children, because if they don't go out on daily basis to hawk pure water and get paid, they can't feed. Think about them. And I'm sure even those of you who issued this statement, some of your families fall under this category. Don't create room for things that would provoke, not really provoke, things that would make those who want to hijack your state and your government unleash mayhem on you. And when your people are not there, results are written. It can happen. I came from Edo State. We came together as a people. We frustrated all the plans to hijack our government. Today, the governor we have was the governor we voted for. You still have good people that can lead you. I have just given you a clue, because being a civil society leader does not mean we have no sense. Please, we beg you in the name of God, for the love you have for your family members and your loved ones, rescind on that decision. Then these two parties, in them you have hope. And I'm sure, by the grace of God, your interests will be addressed when they form a government. Lastly, I want to warn that in Anambra State, whoever believes results can be rigged is wasting his or her time. I can tell you, the civil society is there. Nobody can rig any vote in Anambra. It is whoever that the people want that will win. Finally, I'm calling on the European Union. Your delegates visited the Situation Room, Save Anambra Situation Room, the UK government, the US government. I had liaised with a lot of your officials. If you love us, you give a lot of resources and funding to INEC. If you love us, if you want us to grow, make sure whatever we say to you with facts, with proofs about Anambra, you take it serious. There are sinister motives to hijack the electoral process and rig the votes, but we won't allow it happen. That is not the way to develop. I want to thank the press, and I want to thank you, everyone, while I open the floor for other people to speak. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.